First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here today. We want to thank all of the leadership in the city who have played such an important role in helping us combat COVID-19. For many of you, you might not know that every Monday morning at 9 a.m., myself, the city manager, and the leadership team here in San Angelo talk about what's going on in each of our individual areas. We have had tremendous cooperation from Shannon Hospital, Community Hospital, all of the school districts, ASU, Howard College, and we would not be as strong today together if it had not been for everybody's cooperation. It doesn't matter whether it's a public school, charter school, or private school, each of them have played an important role in the education of our students here in San Angelo. There was great concern with our schools reopening and the Labor Day weekend. We felt pretty sure that we would have huge spikes in positive cases. But it is through all of the leadership of San Angelo and the amazing strong West Texas character that we have not seen huge spikes in our cases. And in fact, we have been able to reduce the spread from our highs in July and early August. And that is through one more 3-day weekend, and that is through the opening of our schools. Last week, Governor Abbott announced additional openings for the state of Texas. What was great for us in San Angelo and in Tom Green County was we were not called out as one of the counties whose numbers did not justify additional openings. If you all will remember, back in July, Tom Green County was highlighted as a hot spot, and MSN pointed out that we were one of the 3 top spiked areas in the country. I say again, that is not a position any of us liked being in. Today, our positivity rate for 3 weeks has stayed below 10%, and our hospitalizations have continued to drop. This news is because you, as citizens, have continued to follow the CDC guidelines, wearing a mask, social distancing, avoiding large crowds, and washing your hands frequently. Thank you, San Angelo, for being committed to stay the course. We must remember, however, we are not yet in finishing this race. COVID still exists in this community, spread continues to happen, and deaths continue to occur. We cannot stop our vigilance as it relates to staying strong and following the CDC guidelines. With that said, I know there are still people who are suffering from the damage done by closing businesses and restricting businesses. In San Angelo, we are a city of small business. We are not a city of large corporations. Lost business has meant loss of employment. Before the pandemic, we had an unemployment rate of 3%. Today, it is over 7%. That means people, families, and businesses are suffering financially and emotionally. We need each of you to continue to support our local businesses. They are the backbone of this community. Without your support, they cannot succeed. Without your support, they cannot rehire. With occupancies increased by Governor Abbott last week, we still have businesses that have not been allowed to open. Although TABC has found a path forward for bars who choose to change their license, there are those who have not been able to open their doors. I am asking all of our citizens and businesses to honor the occupancies and rules set forth by Governor Abbott so that we can see all businesses open their doors. It is up to you as business owners and you as citizens to follow the rules. If you do not, then businesses will not continue to be allowed to open or increase occupancies. Just like our neighboring cities, I as mayor will not stand in the way of businesses having an opportunity to be successful. TABC will be the enforcement arm for all businesses serving alcohol, beer, and wine, not the city of San Angelo and not the mayor of San Angelo. I, the mayor of San Angelo, want all businesses to open and to play a part in our financial recovery. It is in your hands. It takes personal responsibility. It takes commitment to do the right thing. It takes concern and consideration for others. It takes respect for others. Each of you play a part in our community's success in combating COVID-19. I continue to need your help, your support in making this community successful. Your support is needed. Your support is needed in continuing to follow the CDC guidelines. We are receiving numerous phone calls from citizens who are quite concerned that businesses no longer are mandating or requiring masks as you enter their business. We've only gotten to where we have gotten to today because people were mandating masks. Businesses were requiring masks. If we stop following these procedures, then we will follow, and we will in fact find our positivity rate increases and the number of our cases increase. Today, our positivity rate is still higher than the state of Texas. We need to be in this community a positivity rate lower than the states, because the states include some really hot spots still today. So we shouldn't be higher than the state. At 8.3% and the state at 6.1%, those are not numbers we want to be a part of. So your support is needed. We truly are in this together, and together San Angelo will be strong. Together we are one. Only together will we be successful. It truly is in the hands of our citizens to be the one who do the right thing. We need you, each of you, to do the right thing. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for getting the message out that we still must follow CDC guidelines. And I will open this up for questions or comments from anyone. Any questions? Any comments? Manny, you look like you have a question.
Representative Drew Darby made some remarks today.
Yes.
Regarding the opening establishments. Can you address those and maybe talk about what the future is for establishments?
Yes, I was actually going to read, and Brian, if you'll get this, it somewhere disappeared on me, and the sun is so bright I can barely read it, but if you'll find it for me again. We appreciate Drew Darby going out there and standing up tall for our city and our surrounding communities. It is with his leadership that we will finally, I believe, be able to open up the doors. But remember, one of the reasons the bars have not been allowed to be open is because there were citizens and businesses who didn't follow the guidelines early on. It takes everyone in this community to do the right thing to ensure that no business is closed, that no business pays the price. Our bars are part of the small business community. Many of my friends are bar owners. Many are small business owners. And every time we start to lose respect for the CDC guidelines, our numbers go up. And so we've got to continue to be diligent in our efforts. Okay, let's see if I can read this. Dear Governor Abbott, thank you for your unwavering leadership amidst the ongoing coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic and the pivotal decisions you have made to proud thousands of Texas. I thank you for your September 17, 2020 executive order further expanding occupancy levels for the restaurants, which will certainly benefit the hospitality and food service industry in West Texas at a time when businesses and employees in my district need relief now. As Texas is making great strides in slowing the spread of COVID-19, I respectfully submit that you accommodate a regional approach to reopening bars, distilleries, and similar establishments that have less than 51% of their gross receipts from food sales, just as you have for others throughout our state. Although some bars have been able to reclassify themselves to meet the 51% threshold, many more establishments, particularly the small family-owned businesses that make up the fabric of the Concho Valley, are unable to make this shift due to the overwhelming costs and regulatory uncertainty. Many businesses in my district are struggling to survive, and numerous bar owners have have contacted me with concerns over the prospective loss of their entire livelihoods. Furthermore, several of my Chamber of Commerces are heavily invested in bars as part of our region's revitalization efforts and have a stake in the bar industry's success. Just last year, San Angelo was awarded the music-friendly community designation through your office, which has brought tremendous positive impact to the community. However, when our popular venues cannot accommodate live music, we cannot promote tourism and travel as an important economic development tool. I am confident that the bars in rural communities like my district are wholeheartedly committed to enforcing crowd control guidelines and following strict safety protocols as outlined by several associations representing these groups. Furthermore, I am confident in the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission's ability to support a staggered reopening plan. I think it is time to take careful, measured steps to phase in Texas bars and similar establishments and help restore the jobs and revenue from the industry. Again, thank you for your leadership and your consideration of my request. Sincerely, Drew Darby. We wholeheartedly support his comments. Again, the bar industry provides a great quality of life for our city. It provides a great opportunity for us to take part in live music, and we have a tremendous community of musicians, so we know that they too are suffering from the closures that exist. Again, I say our ability to continue to open doors, including bars, is depending on each and every one out there. You must be part of the plan to keep San Angelo safe and our businesses economically secure, because they are allowed to increase their occupancies and allowed to keep their doors open. It is in the hands of every San Angelo citizen. Thank you.